So for my two activities, I decided to pick Socrative and Kahoot. Um, I have some experience and really just some recent experience with dealing with the two. So I decided to use that to go off of and explain and go through for a minute. So I chose Socrative. As you can see, this is my actual class page. Um, has all sort of different tests, some related to world geography and some not. So like this test, Unit One test, I just gave 2 days ago on Friday because we're digital in my county on Fridays only. So I gave a digital test. Yeah, I like it because the kids can do it on their phones, even if we're in class. We have a laptop cart where they could do it on that if need be. So it's pretty simple. You just get the kids to go to b.socrative.com up here in the search bar, and then it'll have a login page, sort of like this. You go to login. It'll say student login, teacher login. Have them hit student login. The room name would be given to you whenever you create your profile. So mine would be Butler 6192, and that would set them up for the test. So once you launch it, so I would hit quiz. If I want to launch the Unit 1 test again, I'd go to next. It gives you a couple different options. Instant feedback, so you can let them see their final score, shuffle the answers and questions, if you are taking it in class, that way, they can't just look over their neighbor. And, teacher paced and things like that. So if you wanted to do that, you would hit start. Unit 1. Instant feedback. So then it would be this screen, and as in progress, as the kids are answering it, you could easily, just see, right over here to the left side, it would be, Taylor Butler, and you could see each question that I would answer. So that's pretty cool. So after you finish it, obviously there's no scores, but you can export them to an Excel document, download it there, and you could export it there and then just enter the grades. So it's a pretty seamless process, honestly. And I just think sort of getting away from paper copies of tests, I think is probably the best that I've found to give exams. And I know a lot of teachers at my school use it as well. So that's the first one. The second one is Kahoot, and you can teachers use this for a variety of things. Ticket out the doors. Some use it for quizzes and things like that. I just primarily use it just for review. So here's like my Unit 1 World Geography review, and that was just the test on Socrative. This would be the study, technically the study guide or whatever for it. So you hit play, teach, and then classic would be good. And then whenever they go into it, this game pen, let me turn off the volume. This game pen, they would go to kahoot.it and enter the game pen, and then all the people's names would hop up here. And then, once people go into it, you would go back to sort of like it would go in order from, number one through whatever you have, however many questions. Give them 4 different options. So one is relative location, and these shapes and colors actually pop up on the same one. And so, that way it makes it a little bit easier for the kids, especially once you start getting into a little bit, more difficult topics and things like that. Helps them sort of differentiate some of the answer choices. The Kahoot thing it's cool because it keeps up like a leaderboard. So it goes off 2 things. It goes off if you get it correct or not, and then it goes off the amount of time it took you to get the answer correct. So, in my history with it, because I've been using it for a while now, I think it's good because not a lot of kids are interested, obviously in world geography. But they are interested in beating some of their friends in class, no matter if it's something simple or a little bit more complex. So I think that I think that this is a really good tool to make them want to do the Kahoot. Yeah, I think doing it over and over again is a good prelude to Socrative because what they have in common is both of them use phones, and it's sort of intuitive. They could do it at home if you wanted to launch it during class time, if it was online, or with Socrative, you could obviously just launch it and they can log in on their computer or the phone. So that's how they're pretty similar. Difference would be me personally. I use one just for the assessment itself, and then the other one for more the study aspect of it. I've already explained how I use it in class. And then beneficial for the students, it gives them sort of more of a relaxed feel for the test environment. It's not necessarily just Scantron, pencil, paper, all that. Because a lot of people do have test anxiety. It gives them something they're used to in their phones, and so then it gives them sort of a relaxed feel. So once you start doing it a few times, it's like a seamless transition. To it. At first, Socrative's a little bit weird for the kids, but after they get the hang of it, then it's fine. So that's my thing about my two activities, Socrative and Kahoot. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.